I hope Praveen didn't mean my speech. I begin with the single word Amma, and when I begin with the single word, I know that many ideas, images get conjured up in your mind. Some of you might start thinking about your own Ammas. Some of you might think of Mata Amrita Nandamayi. Some of you might think of the Oscar-winning movie Mother. Some of you may even think of Mother India. But I'm thinking of our own Namma Kudla Amma, Amma of the least, the last, and the lost. And if you think, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm using these words, the least, the last, and the lost, because they are alliterative in nature, you're wrong. I use them because that's how our chief guest of the evening, Corrine Antoinette Rasquinha, is referred to in not only Mangalore, whole of Karnataka, and in many parts of India as well. Well, how does she get this epithet? It's because through her NGO, White Doves, she has a nursing home which is the state-of-the-art nursing home, in fact, psychiatric and destitute home for the aged, not for the elite, but for the orphaned. And she has actually rehabilitated more than 400 people to different parts of India and also Nepal and Bangladesh. She has rehabilitated nearly 1,500 people through her NGO. And sometimes I wonder, what is it that gives her this push, this urge? Then I think of her name. I believe Corrine means beautiful. Corrine also means spear. So put together, Corrine would mean a beautiful woman of courage, a warrior woman. And what is it that she goes on a war footing against? It is poverty that she goes on a war footing. At the time of the global pandemic, if people like me threw up our hands and said, what can we do? The problem, the magnitude of the problem is such that we cannot really do anything. Corrine single-handedly distributed 5,000 food kits, 75,000 meals for the migrant laborers and orphans. Yadiyurappa himself showed his appreciation for the work put in by Corrine. Naturally, awards have come her way. Seva Puraskar from Doha, Outstanding Leader of Karnataka by CBCI New Delhi, Outstanding Woman of the Year by CCBI Mumbai, Outstanding Services KBCI Bangalore, Woman of the Year from Sunpure Mysore, and locally Rachana Sandesha Basti Vaman Shenoy. But the best is that Rajyotsava Award not once but twice, once for her individual services and one more time for the services of White Doves. Ladies and gentlemen, if you think it is only service and nothing else, you're wrong, because this political science postgraduate from Karnataka University has directed 300 plays in 13 different countries. She is a music composer, singer, she writes songs, and that is how she has an aesthetic side to her philanthropic spirit. Now when I talk about Corrine singing, my memory goes back to my school days when I had been to KMC, and there we had the Western music competition, and we were pitted against many senior students, including students who were doing their professional courses. But there went Corrine with her booming voice and won the shield for us. From those days, she has been a singer, and we thought that perhaps she would turn out to be a star. But she turned out to be a star of a different stature altogether. Ladies and gentlemen, she is a true messenger of God and she does God's work. They say that God could not be everywhere, that is why He created mothers. I would say God could not be everywhere, that is why He created women like Corrine Antoinette Rasquinha. Now, before I leave the podium, let me say that at Oscars, it was Charlie Chaplin who got the longest round of applause of 12 minutes as an actor and filmmaker. I don't expect you to stand and give an ovation to Corrine because I know that she does not like this kind of reception. She made it very clear to us when she came as our guest for Inner Wheel program. But let's put our hands together for the splendid work that she does for the people of not only Mangalore but of the whole world. Thank you very much for being with us.